is on point. Africa is rising. I mean, you're talking about wealth unlimited without the stress. I mean, you look at all the West African countries, they're on the ocean. Senegal, you look at the Gambia, you look at Liberia, Togo, Benin, Nigeria. Where are the cruise ships? We can cruise over, you know, on the weekend. Yes. They're not here. Yes. We can take some ships by any means necessary and just start this tourism. There's so much opportunities here. That's why I named my company Opportunities in Africa. I want you to know that this is the place. And this is no joke, because we got so many Marriott hotels that sprung up here. Best Western, Holiday Inn, right at the airport. We can't continue to allow this without us stepping forward. So we're going to move on to some more investment. I mean, we can talk all night, but time is on our side still. I'd like to bring a brother that I met recently, was blessed with the president of Ghana giving him citizenship of Ghana, has a credit union, helping us to put our money together and to grow Brother DC. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah, I personally want to welcome everyone to Africa, to Ghana in particular, especially those of us here who have come to Africa for the first time. I think your visit will have a profound effect on you, because Africa is the birthplace of humanity. And when you come to Africa, you connect with that ancient spirit, you know, because humanity emerged from Africa. I want to dwell not too long on the theme of investment that, you know, some of us here are very passionate about. It is true that Africa is rising. I personally say that. My first visit to Africa was in 1994. And when you look at the infrastructure now, the penetration of cell phones, the access to the internet is a very different place. You know, you look at the Circle overpass, Kaswa overpass, the building one in Terminal. You know, these projects are just within the last 5 to 10 years. Check. West Hill Mall, the Achimota Mall. These facilities are recently placed. You know, so the accelerated development over the last couple of years is impressive. You know, because Ghana has been through military regimes, and when you have military government, you don't have time for development. The security is the main focus. So the last 20 years, which have been very quiet, and in that area, has allowed the country to develop rapidly. Along with that comes opportunities. Our focus has been on financial opportunities, but from the grassroots level. We have been involved in a credit union that emerged from the grassroots, you know, a group of Rastafari brethren from home and abroad. That's the other key. Africa's redemption has to have a home and abroad flavor. Without the home and abroad connection, I don't see how we can redeem our continent. You know, that link up have to be present, because it's a critical role each community has to play. So this home and abroad connection now, out of it came the Black Star Line Cooperative Credit Union. And as a brethren on this side, I mentioned about the UNIA and Marcus Garvey. This is what has inspired us to devote our time to building this enterprise. It started in 2009. It's a cooperative model, meaning is the authority, the supreme authority is vested in the membership. It's not vested in an individual. It's vested in the membership. The membership is who own it, who manage it, and who use it. So the executive is derived from the membership. So those who serve on the board of directors, those who serve on the loans committee, those who serve on the supervisory committee, those who serve on the education committee. These are the 4 organs that form the structure of the credit union. Why is this mic checking out sometimes? So they're all membership based. You have to be a member. By member I mean a shareholder. You have a vested interest in order to serve in this capacity. This is a unique model for us as a community, because we used to institutions that are driven from the top. You have a board of directors, but they are appointed, they are not elected. If you go to a Pan-African bank like EcoBank, you can't demand to see their statements or their financial reports. You're just a customer. But in a credit union, you're part owner of the enterprise, so you're entitled to see financial statements. And the leadership, the management is obligated to report to the membership at least once every year. So this is a feature that we think is unique, but in order to organize ourselves, especially in a financial capacity at the grassroots level, is a good way for us to develop ourselves. Now, the model allows members to be the agent and the object of their own development. So when we pool our savings together and we only lend it back to each other when we qualify, then we get a chance to develop ourselves, whether for provident or for business purposes. Is up to you. Another key feature about the credit union is the savings. It's based on a savings model. Now, savings is a known and ancient path to creating wealth. It has been known since the days of Babylon. Everybody here should be somewhat aware of Babylon. It was the wealthiest city known in its time. They had a formula that survived the ages because it was written on clay tablets and was found maybe 100 years ago and deciphered. The people of Babylon use savings, the practice of savings, as a technique to create their wealth. And we see today in the churches that they use the same technique. They put aside 10% of their earnings, okay, and create a capital over time with it. Then they invest that capital, and there are certain ways you go about investing that capital, okay? You seek advice from people who are qualified by experience to deliver it. So you wouldn't go to a goat farmer to ask about how to keep cows or sheep. Or you wouldn't go to a glass merchant and ask them about diamonds. You identify people who have the knowledge and the experience if you have a business idea, and you get advice from them in how to go about your own, developing your own enterprise. So savings is the background of the credit union model. We offer savings, we offer loans, and we offer investments. Now, what we have learned in our effort to build the credit union is that our people want to borrow, but they don't want to save. So there's this challenge of education to appreciate the usefulness and benefit of savings. So trying to sell a savings model for somebody who don't interested in it has been a challenge. After 8 years of recruiting, we have 316 shareholders from across the globe. Now, when you look at the pool from which we are trying to gather membership, it's a Pan-African based institution. Our common bond is Pan-African. If you are sympathetic to the Pan-African ideology, you're welcome to join the credit union. So we have people from the UK, from Europe, from Canada, from the USA, from Jamaica, and throughout all of Ghana. But there's only 315 people we find so far. So these are the serious people, you know, who hear the call and answer it. I've met people who don't know me from anywhere, but when they say Black Star Line Credit Union in Africa, where we join. We have other people who gather would refer to as watchfully waiting. You know, because there's good reason for them to feel that way. Africa has certain reputations. Not all of it is positive, especially in West Africa. It's very difficult sending money here sometimes. We know people who has been sacked from certain mobile money carriers. You know, they don't allow you to send money online to Africa. You have to go to a facility physically. You know, these are, and they don't allow you to send money out of Africa unless you use a bank-to-bank transfer. These are some of the obstacles we face in trying to build an organization from the grassroots level. If you only want to send $20, $30, even $50, it don't make sense to send it through the bank. The bank won't charge it at least $35 up to $50 for sending it. It's not cost effective, but it's the only reliable method to send money across borders, unless you use mobile money transfer folks like Western Union or MoneyGram, where they charge at 10%. But interestingly enough, those folks don't allow you to send money from Africa to the US or to the UK. So you know, you have to wonder, why do they enforce this one-way direction when the world is shrinking economically and financially everywhere? Because you know, remittances can go both ways. So we have been facing some challenges in building this enterprise. But what we have noticed is that it's growing, and that's very encouraging. We have been accredited with the Ghana Credit Union Association since 2015. COA is the regulatory body that supervises all credit union activity in Ghana. So we achieved accreditation with them early in 2015. When they audited our books, they valued the Black Star Line at 45,000 Ghana cedis. Right? In 2014, 2015, when they audited us, we had a book value of 72,000 cedis. Last year, we were valued at 174. And I'm confident that when we are audited as of 30th of June, which is the end of our financial year, I think we can clear a 250,000 cedis, over 250,000. So the growth has been solid, but it has been shouldered by only a very few amount of people. So one of the reasons why we come to an event like this is to reach out to people who have an interest in seeing development, not only at the high end. Because when you talk about hotels, when they build hotels, this 5-star hotel they're building for the most part, that meeting that Obama held at the White House with African leaders, you know, it had some big names, big people. They come and they build facilities that ordinary person can't use it. They don't build anything for poor people, for small people. But in Africa, the middle class is expanding, you know. So while in the US it's shrinking. So we see a hope in Africa, especially in the lower segments of the society. We know that in housing, for example, there's a shortage of affordable units. Anybody who is familiar with Accra will notice that the development is mostly high-end condominiums, gated communities, 24-hour security, expensive living accommodation, several thousands of dollars for rent every month. They're not building anything for poor people, hard-working people who get up every day and mind their own business. We, as a financial institution, see that as an opportunity and hope that, when we get to the level where we can offer mortgage to people who get up and work hard every day, people like you who are looking for an investment in Ghana will consider us. So in the interest of time, I don't want to control of the mic too much longer, but I'd like to invite everyone here to visit our website, blackstarlinecooperativecreditunion.com, and check us out, you know what I mean? We're happy to receive any questions or concerns from anyone. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.